Hello everyone, welcome back. This episode here, if you've seen any of my previous episodes, I did, as you know, I got a tool chest and the 301 uh, Professional Mechanics toolkit. But one thing I noticed was that I'm missing, or there isn't any ratcheting wrenches in that kit. And so I actually had to borrow a neighbor's. Uh, Here, see if it focuses. There you go. Reversible gear wrench here. Um, Not that I need 14 mil. I needed actually 9/16, but 14 mil seems to work. He only has the metric, so thinking about that, I found that this comes really handy, very very handy. And his has that little offset here, a little bevel, and then of course your wrench. So it's really nice, and of course it's reversible with that little lever. So I looked online to see how much this would cost, and this set in particular is about $75 average. I'm sure if you could find a better good deal, and it's a complete set. I think it's a 12 or I think it was 8 set. It was 8-piece set metric. Um, so um, I only have one here because that's the size that I needed. But for 75 bucks for 8 pieces, um, so coming here with this, oh sorry, um, well I think the one at Harbor Freight is 30 bucks. I'm not sure if I think it's 7 pieces. They always seem to, on Harbor Freight, uh, they seem to be missing um, a size or maybe 2 sizes. So I did a comparison to what I did get. The only thing accurate that I can compare to is the box end, and this is about $20. If you use a coupon, it comes out to be about $20. Let me see here. Yeah, actually $20. So 4-piece box. The same one with the gear wrench, the gear wrench brand. Let me see if it shows up. Comes out to be about I think $80 for the same 4-piece. Uh, so I don't know about the size. I didn't see the size. I'm using standard size here. Um, so, but it's 4 pieces, and this is the only thing I can do a comparison. This is 20 bucks compared to this brand here, which was $80. And on this one here, um, I got this because I actually wanted to get this kind of set, but I didn't see anything with an offset over at Harbor Freight, and or if there were, they weren't on the shelves. So um, see that little bevel angle there. So I try to get something close to that concept, which I did come up with this, but this is only a 5-piece. That's all they have. The closest thing I could come up with was a 8-piece from this brand here, Gear Wrench, and that came out to be about $90. Um, so, and I'm missing 2 pieces, obviously, the 2 larger size pieces, which is the 3/4 and 11/16, I think. So, but if you just factor in how many, it's about $10. If you just figure $10 a piece, that's about $80. So if you took out 2 pieces, that would be $50 for the gear wrench. So if I compare it to this, this was less than 20 with the coupon. So the reason I bought this was I need the 9, let me see, 9/16. That's the one I needed. And so that's the comparison that I'm trying to do here as far as price-wise. So let's just take a look at them and let's kind of see how they're similar or different. I'm just comparing what I have here. Of course, I know this is not the same, but let's just see if there is a difference. So I've been using this on my trailer here because the bolts here, that right here, I guess I'll show you. Let me I'll cut out here and I'll cut in and I'll show you what I'm talking about, and I'll do a comparison, and we'll see what happens. All right. So let me cut out and I'll cut back in. So this is the situation that I'm in. It's right here where there's a lip coming in and getting a socket in here. It only goes so far after it starts coming down because of how much space I have. The bolt starts coming down and I can't get it all the way over. So I've been using my friend's brand name gear wrench to kind of tighten, and it works like this pretty good. It's just that when it starts going up, it gets a little tighter than after you use the other side. But so this is kind of the situation that I'm talking about, where this would come in really handy compared to this on the side, which is not a problem. I mean, I can do this all day getting in here. It's just this one is a little tougher because of this lip coming down. And so let's do a comparison. This is supposed to be 9/16, but apparently 14 metric size in millimeters will work with the 9/16. So here's 9/16 on a box ratcheting. So let's see how far I go with this. And basically this is, you just turn it over. There's no lever or switch to do this. You just turn it over to tighten it and then loosen it. So let me see. You can get in so far with the straight until you can't, so far it's kind of working out. I didn't think the straight one would, oh, kind of feels a little like stripping already. I didn't know if the straight one was going to work because compared to this one has a little, like I said, a little offset, as you can see, compared to this, which is the straight. So let's just keep going. So let's see how far it goes. Okay, looks like it's kind of losing it here a little bit. And then I'm going to be stripping the bolt here. So excuse me. So that's that. And this is another Pittsburgh here. It's a little bit smaller. Again, 9/16. But this, you can flex the head. Now let's see how much, if it will work, because compared to, again, this is a little thicker right here than here. Like, see this point where it's a little thin? Well, this right here, it's kind of thick. It may not even be able to go in here or do much of anything. It'll be no different than the flat. So I just want to see if it does anything, because it flexes. Every time I push up on it, it moves. And on the flexing head, because it flexes, I can't really get to it. I mean, it seems like a good idea that it flexes, but because it flexes, I also can't. It's moving on me in this situation here, so I'm gonna try to loosen it. Well, let me loosen it this way. At least it has this side on it. Okay, that's a little bit hard to get to. So with my friends here, I just turn the lever. It's reversible now. Let's see if I can. Yeah, see, I can get to it. I'm loosening it. I can get to it better because it has that little angle that allows me to kind of get in there versus being straight. Well, let me see here. Maybe I spoke too soon. I'll get in here too. So actually it just really doesn't make a difference. Because there's a lip there, it just gets in the way. And I'm getting the same results. Okay. Let's see if there's any damage to this thing. No damage, just dust. Just dust got in from drilling. Let's see. Let's see how much further I can get up with this straight. Because in the end, it's nothing. Even if you have that offset, all you're doing is just having the handle down here versus having your hand up here. So I'm wondering which one to keep and which one to return. So that's as far as I can go. Let's get my friends, because of this offset. I mean, you still have to have it straight. Your hand's just going to be down lower at an angle. May or may not make a difference. Who knows? But let's see if I can get a little bit more leverage here with this one, because it has that little angle here. Now I'm not getting any more leverage. Just slightly a little more, but okay, I guess I still can get a little bit more leverage here. Let's try the straight one now. Yeah, still getting leverage on the straight one too. Okay. Alright, let's try the flex head. Yeah. I mean, flex head sounds like a good idea, but so far it's proven not to be. So there's okay, let me cut out and let's go do some concluding, I guess. Alright, cut back in just to let you know how I feel about this now. So basically, right now as it stands, and for the situation that I'm in right now, this is not doing me much good as I thought it would, because I thought this would help, but because it's so big here, you know, see how much bigger it is, and plus when you put it up in there, you put it up in there and you're trying to, it just, moves around. So this isn't as good as I thought it would be. Um, so unfortunately, this is probably going to go back. Um, Maybe another time when I need it, I'll I'll actually get it or keep it. So far, I'm going to do the, you know, between this and this. Remember, this is what I say, 90 or 80? Um, I think this is 75. What I saw online. So a set like this with this kind and the angled offset here, reversible gear, was about $75 from what I saw online. Maybe you can get it cheaper. Maybe you can get it for 60 or even 50. But even if you did get it for that, I mean, it'd still be a good price, because the one on Harbor Freight has the same one. Maybe not have all the sizes, but that was like 20, retail $22. But if you use a coupon, you can get it under 20. Um, it's a pretty good set. I mean, but it's expensive compared to this. And I'm looking at the designs here. There's a little difference, as you can see. Trying to see where you can see that. It seems to be, this is one solid piece where you may see like two pieces in here. So this has like maybe, let me see here. Is that focus here? There we go. So you'll see like two pieces, two metal pieces in here. Where this side you just see one piece. That's all it is. So there's a difference. On the back side you don't see it, but obviously there's two pieces here. And then again, it could be just covered from here, but that's the difference that I saw. I don't know if, maybe you can get more torque out of this. Supposedly it has higher torque, but for what I needed, I could always use this side of the wrench to torque it down anyway. So for the money that I paid, this is probably what I'll go with or keep to add to my tool collection, because the sizes on this go all the way up to 11/16, and there's only you're only you're saving some space and getting a good value, in my opinion, on this. So it's 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, ½ inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, and 3/4. So 3/4, 11/16, 5/8, 9/16, ½ inch, and this is what 7/16, 3/8, and then this is 5/16. So you're getting the 8 set comparable to another brand that has the full 8 set. So this is, by comparison, the only thing I can compare, and the one I'll probably keep, the 4-piece ratcheting box and wrench set. So again, I already have wrenches, as you know, the 22-piece. By the way, there's two different types of 22-piece set, both metric and SAE, that you get. The one that's polished chrome, that's the one that you want to get. Just a note, because the other one didn't come with the 15 millimeter. Since I've been using mostly metric here, but I'll probably go ahead and pick up the metric. Return this now that I know that this is going to work for me much better, and then pick up the metric. I return this, and then pick up the metric set of this. And so, of course, I just might as well get both, because just right when you think you don't need a standard set, something comes up where you need a standard set. And of course, metric set you always need if you're going to work on a car. So anyways, that's my comparison. If you have one of these already, gear wrenches, that's great. Man, I never thought about this tool until I saw someone use it, and I actually had to use it. But again, because of the pricing on these, this is kind of what I'm going to be working with here. And the fact that it's straight didn't, doesn't make a difference in how it does, because all you're doing is your hands is just going to be a little bit lower from where the plane is, and maybe that's important. Maybe you need to kind of get in there for that situation, which is I can see that, but for what I need it now, what you saw right then when I'm under the trailer, it doesn't matter. So if I'm straight, it still works because this still has to be straight. So this is straight. So this is what I'm going to stick with, and that's the comparison. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode or found this useful. So anyways, feel free to comment, subscribe, or like, dislike. Also, there, so you can see them. Also, feel free to do video response, and definitely subscribe, because I got these coupons here. If you haven't seen it, it's under. I have a link under the description where I say in this episode I'll whatever compare these two ratcheting wrench, or 3 ratcheting wrenches, blah blah blah, and all uncut, unedited, raw footage, and it probably just cuts out from there. If you click on to show more, where that description is, you'll see a link that'll take you to my Google Drive, where I have coupons for Harbor Freight, if you're interested. So that changes all the time. So you want to subscribe, and sometimes I do for special occasions, Father's Day being one. I don't know, maybe I'll do something for the holidays or some other days, whatever, Memorial. Times where mostly guys, men would have an interest in these coupons of getting these tools, or women. You never know. You have husbands. I'm sure you want to keep them happy, or keep them in the garage and maybe out of the house. But I do special occasions like on my Father's Day. It might be a little too late, but I'll put a link up there to give you an idea of all the different coupons that I have in the Google Drive. The one on here is only a month to month, but still, it's a good idea for you guys. That way, you have access to it. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode. Bye now.